some people, they think of sustainability as another issue. It's not so much another issue, but something that complements everything else. And so it really does have a significant impact in one's daily life.
I was on the board of the Multifaith Action Society for a few years, and the Vancouver Foundation gave us a grant, a substantial grant, to do some work with Greening Sacred Places. And so not just Christian churches, but mosques and synagogues. The toolkit is meant to be a resource to whoever wants to use it to green their congregation. Everything from the lights to the furnace, to how we garden, to recycling. There are a zillion ways that we can make the church greener.
Everyone who comes into our church gets that education about how much carbon dioxide emissions does it take to keep this building comfortable.
A couple of years ago, I was on a solidarity trip to Guatemala, and I became very much aware of how exploitive unfairly traded products are.
In every way, we're trying to reduce the environmental impact that the operations of our church have. And so one way we can do that is, instead of sending stuff to the landfill, we can recycle it into good earth here in our own, here on our site, in our own garden. So when we finish brewing a pot of coffee, we put the grounds into that special blue container, then we carry them outside to the garden and just dump them in one of the earthy areas, and it recycles.
In the Sikh community, they have their meals, before every service, and they use reusable plates, for example, right? And for some traditions, that isn't necessarily something that happens.
On wedding like this, normally our weddings are quite big. Anything from 700 to 1,000 people we can house in here. We are always thinking about the environment. We don't like to waste anything. For dining, we use the plastic plates and cups here, which are reusable.
Within different faith traditions, how we live in our environment is key. In Buddhism, there's this concept of, the interconnectedness of all life. So it's a very integral part of the Buddhist faith, and environment plays an integral part of that.
We especially hold up our children. We look forward to what kind of a world they're going to live in. We want to present a different way of looking at the world, a way that's transparent and honest, and where we recognize our impacts and try to reduce them.